did ballet. I have a leotard underneath of this and little ballet tights. Guys, I was actually off to ballet class here. Little did I know the subway was going to stop working, and I was going to catch a cab, but on my way to ballet class for the first time in almost 10 years. It's Thursday. I'm like, should I eat the bottoms of like my previous dino kale? What you just saw was like the new dino kale and fresh kale because they looked really good at Whole Foods. That I'll probably just chop it up real good and eat it. Before that, dance class. So wait a second. I forgot to season the food that's in the oven right now. Hang on. Okay. So we're concluding this week. It might be the second week in January of 2025. This week, it was rough mentally, honestly. I started out the week not knowing how I was going to get through it, and also not knowing who to go to. And now I'm ending the week with, I don't know, like new faces, new people in my life, a new outlook on life and what I can do here in New York. Or just like what's possible for me. And oof, my hair. And yeah, I'm just ending it on a really high note, feeling like there's a lot of people who care about me. And not only care about me, but can actually help me do what I need to do, feel okay, things like that. So I started off the week Monday. I can barely remember Monday. I think I have to look back to my videos that I took and see what I did. But all I was trying to do this week is get through. Because I know I had not only did I give like a group meeting last week with my PI, I had to somehow come up with data for this week because we all had to present this week, but I did come up with something. So I was scrambling all this week. I'm like I said, I've been a little behind on my literature, like staying up to date on literature, and things like that. So my PI wanted to go over some concepts. I got them wrong. So I'm just scrambling, trying to get everything done because I had a lot of responsibilities to do. I coordinate a Black undergraduate mentorship program, and I had a lot of things to do for that this week. And then my data and just catching up on all of the work that I missed at the end of last week because I was really not feeling good physically and a little mentally, but I was really worn out physically. So I knew I had to take a break. Oh God, sorry. That's a telehealth appointment reminder for tomorrow. So last week I really wasn't feeling good mentally. Like I was nauseous. I got my weight. Was weighed last week, and I weighed. I'm not sure how much that was true because then I got weighed again yesterday, and I was 100. I blipped that out, but it was like a 7 pound difference. I also had just eaten, but I would definitely say I felt I felt unwell last week, so I had to do a reset. And I was really upset because I've been really upset lately because I've been home and I've been so antsy, but with nowhere to go, nowhere to go that I really want to go, or not just that, or I feel like I don't have the energy to go. But this week I had more energy, per se, even though actually I just got my period today, but I have more energy. But I was really in a bad place mentally. I don't know. I just, my anxiety was so bad. I don't know how to explain it, but my mental health was, it's my cat in the background. I don't know how to explain it, but just similar to how my physical health was really bad last week, I felt that way, but for my mental health. Why don't you pick a bag? Pick your favorite bag. While I'm down here, I should put away my oat milk. Raw kimchi is back in Whole Foods, and I got the last one. Thank goodness. It's the little things. Okay. So, mentally this week, I was struggling. I was having so many thoughts. I also was starting to have regret over the tattoo removal process. I just felt so confident about it. Because I've been I want my tattoos off, And I'm not sure, yeah, and I'm worried now if it's coming from a place of being self-conscious about that. It's back and forth. It's I used to be self-conscious of my arms, and yeah, I am, questioning my decision to get my tattoos removed. There are definitely some tattoos that I'm especially one that I really don't want anymore, or just don't want even part of it. So yeah, it's the one that wraps around here. I don't like that part of my arm. I realize kind of obstructed. So either way, and I think that one is gonna go first. It's already fading, and the one on my inner arm is fine, but yeah, it's just, I just don't think I need it there anymore. But yeah, last night I was looking at my African mask tattoo, and I was man, I'm gonna miss her a little bit. So when I go next to get my next laser appointment, I might skip that one. What I do like about the laser, and why I'm definitely gonna keep going, is that it flattens out the tattoo, because it's you're taking the ink out of it. What is raising the tattoo is not necessarily scar tissue, but it's the ink itself. So at least when I get, that one lasered, it's becoming smoother and flatter on the surface, which could also help with how I'm feeling. And if it fades over time because I'm doing this laser, that's okay. But yeah, I'm still on the fence about one of my tattoos, but I'm still going to go ahead with the removal process. Anyways, so yeah, I had regrets about my tattoos, bad place mentally. There are reasons, but I don't know, it was reaching a peak this week. So what I did to recover is I really reached out. I've been really distrustful of Columbia, my schools, resources. It's really hit or miss. And the last time I reached out to them, about like mental health stuff, it was so horrible. Like, I don't know. It was really horrible. Like the person was act like, I don't know, they were acting like they weren't even looking at me. They were asking me all these questions, and it was just very rude. I'm in my program. My program is fully paid for. I don't pay for my program. I get paid also because I'm a student worker. And they were acting like they were like, oh, if you have them, people. I don't think people understand different departments, which is fine. But it's like, don't jump to rude assumptions. Like they were saying things like, oh, if your parents can pay for you to be here, why can't you just pay for like an out of network, like saying all this stuff about like healthcare and stuff. And I'm just like, what are you talking about? I don't pay to be here, you pay me. Like, I don't pay anything. I don't I it's nothing's wrong with paying if you pay for Columbia and if you paid in full, like the undergrad. And I'm not sure, masters beyond, like I know it's expensive, but not everybody pays for it. And I just, it still just doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what you pay for, what you don't. We as students have access to our health services, and I just had some really negative experiences. Anyways, the experience that I had this week was really positive. I got, yeah, I feel like she just saw me and like everything that I was going through and really validated me, but not just like saying like, oh, I'm so sorry. I don't know. It's a very like clinical but empathetic way. It's like a combination of the two. And I can't stand the like compassion without any backing to it. There's two sides. There's like really cold, like get over it, or just really cold clinically. There's another side that is like, oh, so sorry, like victim, victim, victim. And I don't want to me, I don't want to stay in victim mode anymore. And I shouldn't have to say that. And but still like validate what I'm going through. But yeah, this person really, is just I'm not saying she's going to change my life, but that helped. We had that on like Tuesday. That really, really helped me get through the rest of Tuesday. I cried. I've been crying like every day though. Got me through the rest of Tuesday, yesterday, and today. And then I'm talking to her again tomorrow. And also, I got some more medication from my psychiatrist. So all of that really helped me mentally this week. I can't imagine getting through this week without those tools. And it really, like, a lot of things just like hit a peak this week. And you never know when it's going to happen. And also compound it with that, I'm getting my period. So there's so many things happening at once. I can't imagine not having a care team. On top of that, I will show some of it. Maybe I'll cut this out, but it's a whole process, but I'm seeing an oncologist. I've been having some I've just been having abnormal results for like tests that are going on. Like there's just some abnormal things happening with me. And basically, if like this is what happens when you actually go to oncology, or it's not when you get referred. I didn't know this, but if your doctor like truly suspects like, oh, like you might need to go to an oncologist, you have to get like other tests done to confirm, not confirm, but you get other tests done, and then a team in oncology like reviews it, and they make a determination on if you should be one of their patients or not, because I guess they're really selective on the patients that they get, which makes sense because you want to make sure the people who are in the office and like you get time, like are taking up appointments, are the people who actually need it. I'm still on the fence. I feel like I'm okay, but I understand like there's there's things going on that we have to take care of. So on top of everything, I don't even think I told that therapist this on Tuesday. I might have, but I was also when you're dealing with like a chronic illness, when you're dealing with like so many appointments, like the ones that I've been doing, about to embark on. I got a nurse case manager. So with this referral for oncology, I actually have a nurse managing my case. So she also coordinates care between like my primary doctors, the specialists, the oncology team, and then me. So I don't have to keep track of everything. That's really nice because I also, a problem with me is that I actually don't check like my results. I'm always in the mindset of if something serious is happening to me, a doctor will call me. And this has happened before. I had something serious happen when I was 20 and I had to get surgery. Something very similar to this. That's why I feel like I'm not like, me seeing an oncologist unfortunately isn't new, like something new to me. But something like this happened like 10 years ago. And yeah, I got like an ultrasound done, and then I think I got a biopsy done, and I just was like, I think, I don't know when I got the results, but anyways, my doctor like called me like multiple times. Like I think she called, I was 20, but she like mailed stuff to my house. She called like my mom, I think when I wasn't picking up because I was like, who's this number calling me? And then she called like me like 1,000 times to tell me like I need to go back to the doctor. So to me, I'm like, it's something bad, they're gonna call me. So yeah, and obviously they didn't sign me a case manager just because I'm like this. They were gonna do it regardless. But I think after them asking about some of my test results from the past, like they were like, what is it? I'm like, I don't know, like must not have been bad. I'm still here. So they were probably like, oh, thank goodness she has a case manager. So yeah, I have a case manager. I went to my oncology appointment. Yeah, I mean, they were very nice. When you go in, I got my appointment like really quickly through like CUIMC, the Columbia Presbyterian Hospital uptown. And it was just, yeah, it was a nice appointment. Like, it sucks. Like, you don't want to be in an oncology office, but, you know, they treat you really nice. Like, it's not, it's a little bit different than a typical doctor's appointment, I feel. There's a lot of care that goes behind it. There's like, you have a team, and everyone's just trying to help you, like just keep everything as stress-free as they can to help patients get better. So it's a scary thing to go to oncology, but the team makes it, I need to keep track of time somehow, but the team helps you stay calm. So yeah, I feel very supported this week through my medical team, both physical and psychiatric, and I somehow, I'm encouraging myself, like I'm like, everything's fine, I'm gonna keep doing what I want to do. So that comes to today. So this week I somehow got my experiments done, came up with something to present at a group. It's called Roundtable, where every person presents their work in the lab, even though I just presented all my work last week. I'm still annoyed about that. So I presented, got something from there, did an experiment today. I just remember I have to like change something, like a title in there, but that went well. I'm actually very happy now that I'm thinking back at it. So I have some results there, and then so I have some results, and I took a little too long to eat. The only regret I have today is like I took a little too long to eat my lunch, and then I had to like scarf it down when I got home. Like I was getting a little hungry, but I wanted to make sure to eat like a good meal. So that was like the only thing. So that's why I went to the grocery store just now and picked up that kale. And then I just got all my regular lab work done. and I went to ballet. So the Alvin Ailey has like an extension. Um, it's just like a dance center, and they host various ballet classes. One of them is adult ballet classes. I thought so. There's like beginner, and then there's beginner, and then there's like beginner intermediate. There's like all these levels. I clicked beginner. This was not beginner. It was not beginner. I swear to you. And there's some other people there too. Like thank God I've like danced in company, and like I've danced competitively, and I've actually danced with Alvin Ailey like company like years and years ago. So it was new to my body again, but it was a shock, but it wasn't like a total shock. I, I it was shocking. That was not a beginner class. Like that is a class I would take after training for like that's a class I would take probably in company, like honestly. It was so intense. But I'm so proud of myself for doing it. I made it through. The teacher was really nice. She told me to come back. And yeah, there were some like I was really good at bar, and across the floor like I thought was really difficult, and my turns were a little bit better. Actually, like things that I was afraid of weren't the problem. It was the things I was unexpected that were the problem. So, yeah, I did ballet. I have a leotard underneath of this, and little ballet tights, and ooh, it just warmed my heart. So, yeah, I took ballet class, and it felt so surreal. Like it's just like you feel like a kid again. I see all these kids like I get to take ballet classes and just live my life. Like I'm an adult, but I can do whatever I want. I don't have to go to work each day and then come home and eat dinner and that's it. Like I can live like I was as a kid and have that same joy. So really enjoying ballet class. I really enjoy the ballet class. Pretty inexpensive, so I'm definitely gonna go back. Just gonna make sure to. I didn't have a skirt today, which was really annoying, and I felt really exposed. But I got hot, so I had to like take off my pants. It was really embarrassing. So yeah, I'm going. Hopefully, my skirt is coming in soon. So I'm just gonna keep going to ballet. It's like the cost of ballet is like a cost of like an Uber, like less than an Uber Eats. So I better get my butt in there, like. And I think it's going to be, it was really great for my mind. Like, I realized how much I had to pay attention to the instructions. And I was like, wow, like, my mind needs a whole other, it needs to be opened up in a whole other way. So I feel like ballet has been good for my mind, for my body, coordination. I can't wait to see what's happening, what I'm going to be like at the end of this year after being consistent with ballet. I might go back and figure skate. I'm trying to figure out my schedule and just focusing on myself. I'm excited. So, what should I title? What should I title this video? Like, it was kind of a week in the life. You guys aren't going to see tomorrow. I know next week is going to be fun, but you're kind of going to miss that. I guess you won't hear until like next Sunday's video. But I got like tickets to see like it was like this weird the American Ballet Theater said like, oh, we're going to have a show and a DJ, $45. So I'm going to that next Friday by myself. Because tickets were going fast. Like I got this email, I clicked on it 30 minutes later, seats were being booked. So I was like, I don't have time to ask anybody. I'm booking my tickets for myself. Like if you want to show up and try to get a ticket at the box office, that's on you. But I'll be there with the DJ, with the ballet dancers and the DJ. So I have some fun things planned next week. I will say it was freezing out, and I was carrying a lot of things today, so it's hard to film as one person. But I'll try to film still, and try to let you guys in on what life is like as a New York City girl in her late 20s, but in her 20s. And it's just, oh my gosh, it's a dream right now. Like it's always been a dream, but when sometimes it's so tough, right? And and it's still tough right now. But now I'm kind of waking up and being like, even though it's tough, like these are the good times. Like these are the times, like when it's in the middle and when it's happening. So I'm so happy I have the brain space, because when you're in kind of, I was like stuck in a horrible cycle, like horrible relationship. So when you're stuck in that, that's a whole other game. But now, just, oh my God, like being by myself, guys, being single is like chef's kiss. Like, unless someone makes your life so much better, there is no, I'm sorry, my mom's texting me. There is no reason to have them in your life. Like, because life is so much better single. You got to get through some bad parts, but wow, it's so much better single. So I'll be taking you through this week. I still haven't picked an exact topic, like what to talk about. Yeah, I did ballet. I made it through mental health struggles, and we'll see from there. I would say the biggest thing is that I somehow didn't fall on the floor going across the floor with ballet. I'm trying to think of something else that's funny that happened, but yeah, it's been good talking to you. This is the best my mental health has been all week. So that says a lot after exercise. So I encourage you, if your mental health is really bad, I feel like it's gonna take a couple tries, but to like really doing something that I had to like force myself to get my mind out of. And I was so bad, guys. Like I was so bad at that ballet class. Like you have no idea. I was like in the bottom, like the bottom 3 people. Like I was like in there, might have been the last person. Like it was really, really difficult. But I had so much fun. And people were so nice. And then I know I can keep learning. And I was focused on something else. And I thought I would come home and be embarrassed, but I'm actually home and I feel great that I tried something new. Yeah. So try something new. My message to you: I will see you on Sunday. We'll see what happens between now. Today's Thursday. Between now and Sunday. I'm thinking it's going to be great. Catch you later.